Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all well. So in this video we are going to be reviewing the latest movie from Blumhouse Productions, You Should Have Left, which stars Kevin Bacon and Amanda Seyfried and is based on the book of the same name by Daniel Kehlmann. Now my main issue with the film is that it should have been and could have been so much better than it was. You know, the movie title, You Should Have Left, is absolutely brilliant and it lends itself to such great story potential. And you know, the movie for the most part is quite intriguing. You know, you're kind of always guessing about what's happening with this character, the character's past. You're intrigued by this modern day haunted house situation. But I just feel like it should have had more impact in there, and that's why I was a little bit disappointed in this movie. But I'm going to break down all of the reasons why in this movie review. So in terms of the plot of this movie, Kevin Bacon plays a character called Theo, who is a former banker, and Amanda Seyfried plays a character called Susanna, who is an actress, and both of these characters have a daughter called Ella. One day, Susanna's character gets an acting job in London, and so the couple decide to go away to Wales to have some family time. And over there, unbeknown to them, they go to this spooky, modern day haunted house where a lot of spooky things start to happen to them, which they and the viewer have to kind of work out, why is this happening? What is this house doing to these characters? Why are they going through these experiences? So it's a lot of jump scares as well as working out kind of what's happening and why is it happening. And as well as that, there is also another backstory in terms of Theo's previous wife, what kind of happened to her, why did they break up, and all of that kind of stuff. So in terms of the plot of this movie, it's pretty decent, but like I said before, has a bit of a disappointing conclusion. In terms of the characters and actors in this movie, for the most part, they do a pretty decent job. So Kevin Bacon, like I said before, plays the character of Theo and kind of leads the movie really, really well. All of the spooky things kind of are mainly centered around this character, and you're finding out more about the past and kind of finding out what is all of this mysteriousness about. So that's really, really cool as a central character. Amanda Seyfried is a great supporting character, and because the movie is from the perspective of Theo's character, you're kind of not able to trust this Susanna character. You're not sure about whether or not she's behind all of the mysteriousness and all of the spooky stuff happening, and a lot of craziness happens with this character, so you're not sure whether or not you can trust her or not. We then have Ella, who is the daughter of both Theo and Susanna, and this is a brilliant child actress. She plays the character of Ella really, really well in terms of really bringing the innocence out of this character, having love for her parents, and kind of really bringing the fear factor in terms of what's happening in this mansion. So, you know, as a family unit, these three characters are really, really great. And then we also have the other creepy characters in Wales that really do add to the mystery and terror for all of these different characters. So overall, from a characters and actors point of view, this movie is pretty decent. For the most part, the visuals in this movie are pretty decent. It's really nice to see a modern day interpretation of a haunted house film. So, you know, it's kind of like a new build flat, new build house vibe instead of an old, creepy haunted house. So it's really nice to kind of see a modern day interpretation of like the haunted house setting. And then, you know, all of the jump scares look really, really cool. All of the shadows and creepy characters work really well from a visuals point of view. So you're really with these characters in the crazy, spooky, and terrifying situations that they find themselves in. In terms of comparisons within the thriller and psychological horror kind of suite of movies, I'd say this film is pretty much in the middle. It's a lot better than, you know, Fantasy Island and Truth or Dare, and maybe not as good as, you know, Get Out, The Boy Next Door, Us, Scream, etc. You know, it's a decent film, it's definitely watchable, but I was just a little bit disappointed because I would have wanted a lot more from it, especially from the ending. So, you know, in terms of comparisons, pretty decent, but I would have wanted more from a Blumhouse Productions film. Overall, You Should Have Left is a decent movie. You know, it's got a pretty gripping storyline, decent characters, good jump scares and shadow moments in there. But overall, I was just a little bit disappointed with the conclusion of this movie. I would have wanted, you know, a thriller movie and a psychological horror film to just pack a bit more of a punch and just to have a bit more in there. And for all those reasons, I was just left a little bit disappointed, and I just felt like it wasn't that satisfying by the end of it. And so for all of those reasons, I'm going to give this movie a 4.5 out of 10. I'd love to hear what you think, so please let me know in the comment section below. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in my next video.